is believed to be the source of top-secret documents revealed by WikiLeaks last month.
That we can be able to then pinpoint who might have been responsible.
Americans' trust in our own institutions, like the intelligence community and law enforcement,
believes that the systems at the CIA are outdated and need to be updated.
From secret mind control experiments to hidden wars and surveillance programs, when these CIA documents leaked, the world realized just how deep the rabbit hole goes. These aren't theories. These are facts the government never wanted you to see. Operation Northwoods, America's own false flag. In the early 2000s, a shocking declassified document blew the lid off one of the darkest proposals ever made by the US government. Titled Operation Northwoods, the file revealed that in 1962, the Joint Chiefs of Staff had suggested staging terrorist attacks on American soil, including sinking boats of Cuban refugees, hijacking planes, and orchestrating bombings in US cities to justify a war with Cuba. These plans were to be blamed on Fidel Castro to drum up support for a full-scale invasion. What's even more chilling, the proposal was approved by all members of the Joint Chiefs. It only stopped because President John F. Kennedy flat-out rejected it. The fact that such a scenario was seriously considered and documented shook Americans to their core and has fueled conspiracy theories about false flag operations ever since. MK-Ultra, the mind control program. If Operation Northwoods made jaws drop, MK-Ultra had people questioning reality. Leaked in the 1970s through hearings and eventually revealed in more detail via FOIA documents, MK-Ultra was the CIA's top-secret mind control program. Its goal? Explore how to manipulate and control human behavior using drugs like LSD, hypnosis, isolation, and even electroshock therapy. Hundreds of unknowing Americans were dosed with powerful hallucinogens without their consent. Some were prisoners, others were mentally ill. One man, Frank Olson, a CIA biochemist, was allegedly dosed without warning and later fell to his death from a New York City hotel window, a case that remains suspicious to this day. When Americans saw government documents confirming this madness, the idea of trusting your government took a permanent hit. Project Stargate. Psychic spies are real? Project Stargate was the CIA's secret program to harness psychic powers. Declassified in the 90s, these documents showed the CIA spent over $20 million on developing remote viewing capabilities, training individuals to psychically spy on targets across the globe. In one case, a remote viewer accurately described a secret Soviet weapons facility down to the layout and terrain. The CIA later verified it through satellite imagery. Though the program was eventually shut down in 1995, leaked papers proved Uncle Sam had spent decades trying to weaponize the supernatural. When this hit the public, people asked, what else are they trying to keep under wraps? The family jewels, CIA's dirty laundry. In 2007, the CIA reluctantly released what came to be known as the Family Jewels, 693 pages detailing over 2 decades of dirty secrets. We're talking about warrantless surveillance of journalists, assassination plots against foreign leaders like Fidel Castro and Patrice Lumumba, illegal experiments on US citizens, and infiltrating anti-war groups during the Vietnam era. One file even described the CIA intercepting and reading American mail for over 20 years. This wasn't just a stain on the CIA's reputation, it was an acid burn. The American public got a rare, ugly look at what national security sometimes meant behind closed doors. And it confirmed the paranoia that fueled everything from Watergate to modern distrust in surveillance agencies. Snowden's NSA leaks, Big Brother is watching. While technically an NSA matter, Edward Snowden's revelations in 2013 implicated the CIA too. After all, they play in the same intelligence sandbox. The leaked documents proved the US government was engaged in mass surveillance of its own citizens. Metadata from phone calls, emails, browser history, scooped up in the name of national security. What startled Americans was the global scale. Allies were being spied on. Tech companies were silently cooperating. Even Angela Merkel's phone wasn't safe. Snowden's leaks shook the world, but they also reinforce the idea that the CIA and its partner agencies operate in total secrecy, often without accountability. And thanks to CIA's own close partnership with the NSA, it wasn't hard to assume this was business as usual across Langley too. Black sites and torture memos, the CIA's secret prisons. Post-September 11th, America entered a shadow war, and the CIA was front and center. Leaked documents and Senate reports eventually exposed the extent of the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques used on terror suspects. Waterboarding, sleep deprivation, rectal feeding. Yes, it's as horrifying as it sounds. All carried out in black sites across Eastern Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. What shocked the world even more was that some of these techniques were not only ineffective, but also brutal beyond imagination. Detainees held without trial were subjected to long-term psychological and physical torture, sometimes for years. The leaked memos from Bush-era legal advisors justifying these acts showed how far legal gymnastics could go when fear dominated policy. When Americans read the fine print, they saw the cost of security wasn't just dollars, it was their values. Vault 7, CIA's cyber arsenal exposed. In 2017, WikiLeaks dropped Vault 7, one of the biggest digital leaks in CIA history. These files revealed the CIA's hacking tools, everything from iPhone exploits and smart TV bugs to malware that could hijack vehicles and encrypt communications. One document detailed how the CIA could turn a Samsung TV into a covert listening device, even when it was turned off. The public realized that not only were foreign hackers a threat, our own agencies could potentially spy on us through everyday devices. Cybersecurity wasn't theoretical anymore, it was weaponized. Iran coup, 1953, democracy derailed. The CIA's role in foreign coups is no secret, but for decades, their involvement in Iran's 1953 coup was denied. That changed in 2013, when leaked and declassified documents confirmed the CIA had orchestrated Operation Ajax, toppling Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh and reinstalling the Shah, a move that later ignited the Islamic Revolution. The documents detailed how the CIA bribed Iranian politicians, stirred up fake protests, and manipulated the press, all to protect Western oil interests. To the world, it proved that when the CIA wanted regime change, democracy was expendable. Project Iceworm, missiles beneath the Arctic. In the 1960s, the CIA supported a U.S. Army plan called Project Iceworm, a secret initiative to install nuclear missile launch sites beneath the Greenland ice sheet. The public story was Camp Century, a research base studying Arctic survival. But leaked documents revealed the base's real purpose was military dominance over the Soviet Union from a surprise location. The project failed when engineers discovered the ice wasn't stable enough for tunnels, but the sheer audacity of turning Greenland into a nuclear launch pad was enough to leave jaws dropped. The truth is stranger than fiction, and far more dangerous. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you think we've only scratched the surface of what's really going on.